Good morning, guys. Today is July the 10th, 2019. Welcome to the Real Truman Show, episode 2. I had this on here for a while. Anyways, usually I come out here in the hallway. My neighbors put either carts in front of me, T3, 4, 5, or dirty diapers, or barf on the floor, excuse my language, or, stuff like that. Or they make noises with the doors, they shut them and open them, or the music is loud, blasted, or they come outside, grab the mop, and mop it like that. Not mop, sorry. Just to let the dirt off the mop in front of me in the morning as soon as I come out of my house, in order to remind me of dirt right away before I get the chance to see the outside world, what's outside of my apartment. Now, as you guys know, they tap my phone. So as I'm telling you this information, they're listening to it. So along my path today, you may notice that there's not a lot of people cleaning when I get to certain places with the broomstick or whatever, with the mop. They've had this fire alarm all day long today. All day long they've had this fire alarm. So I don't know why. See, hear it, listen. So, can I ask you guys a question? What is the point of this fire alarm?
What do you mean?
The point of this from the morning, yes. Aren't you guys doing
so
that?
they're testing to make sure the speakers work.
So they've been doing it all from the morning. This is the 15th time I hear it.
Yeah.
Same thing over and over again. Why?
So what we have to do is we have one person. So for example, for testing your room, we have to come into your room, right? And then they have to play that beeping sound. I don't know beeping
Now
sound.
they've been doing this in this building almost every month for the last couple of years.
So
you're telling me they do this in the whole city every month in every building?
Every building. And then
Once a month.
a year. And then twice a year they do like everything for the whole building. They bring
Everything.
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm a government experiment. And the idea for me is to create noise in this building as much as possible. Okay. Even the people that come and work here, the idea is to pace in front of me and keep moving while I'm talking to them. So that's the reason why I ask about extra noise.
Yeah.
Because their intent is to make extra noise for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no worries.
So the fire alarm goes off here at least a couple times a year. So as you can see now, you're trying to cut me off. You didn't let me finish talking, and everybody in the building left. You know what I mean? 1 second. So I'm really concerned about, the extra noise that's always being made for me. That's the reason why I asked you guys, what is the point of it? But legally, it's supposed to be done once a month?
Yeah, it has to be.
Okay, just finding that out.
Are you going out right now? Do they need to get into your unit?
Let's go. I'll take them up right now.
Okay, good, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
I know sometimes kind of pain, the sound.
No, the pain is when you're a government experiment and everyone around you paces and they're supposed to annoy you all day long and, and keep moving while you're talking to them. That's annoying. That's very annoying. Cars revving on the street at 4 o'clock in the morning, tuning the horn, and garbage trucks at 3 o'clock. And when you go for a walk, you meet 1,000 people from here to the intersection. That's annoying. Which used to be my life, which is about to change now. Because I'm going to put the people who designed this illegal experiment in their place. So let's see what happens. I get to the lobby, half the building wants to leave by the time I get to the lobby, so I can see tons of people moving right away. I haven't even had the chance to look at the fucking sky yet. That's the stupid government Masonic experiment that was done on me. That's about to end soon. Right here, man. So they came in and checked the alarm about, even in my hallway. Look.
They came in here?
Well, they didn't check the speaker, but they checked the alarm. So you gotta check this?
Yeah. But let me just, there's a sticker here.
So how long this is gonna take?
No, I'm just gonna,
How long?
it's literally less than 5 minutes.
Oh, no problem. You can drop the door. I'm just gonna do something. Feel free. All right. All right. That's it? All right, right here. Yeah, you too. So guys, sorry about the mess at my place. I just haven't been myself lately. Let me just get rid of this. They already got me smoking and pacing. But that's the whole point of doing this, is to get you stressed out just before you leave your house. By the time you get to the street, if you're already shaking or pacing or tense, then they would have accomplished their goal. Because you got to remember, these are attacks that are, they're like soft needles. They're supposed to be continuous and throughout your day and, here and there on your trail, preceding you wherever you go. So, slowly but surely, they want to get you to the point of you going? Slowly but surely, they want to get you to the point of irritation, stressed out. This is the government experiment that was done on me, that is still being forced on me today, even though I woke up about 10 months ago. And for some reason, they're still on the way down. Always it stops at a couple of floors. I can never get through without it stopping, and people come in, a lot of them big ones, fill it up. See, as we passed, music was playing. This guy's shaking his leg. I hear a tick tick from there, and this guy blocks my way. Already, I'm irritated. That's the idea. This is the evil government experiment that was done on me that used to be my life already. I have someone else coming to greet me. And it's not, he's talking to himself, not because he's crazy, because the idea is to fill up my head with useless words. As you're gonna see today, as you've seen yesterday, and over the last 3 months recording this, see, a noise comes out of there as soon as I come out. Boom! A guy comes out of the pool over there just right now. He looks this way to make sure I'm here, and he comes out. And he slams that metal door open. So it's not only a noise campaign, it's a filling up your world with garbage. All around you, in front of you, behind you, that precedes you. They get a message on their phone and they're told exactly what to do with you and where to stand. And you gotta keep seeing movement in front of you. I can make this guy move like a clown for an hour if I want to. All I have to do is look that way, keep looking back at him. Look, you guys seen this before, right? It's something to do with my eye. It's wherever my eye points, they start moving. Now they've cut down on it. They don't do the same movement over and over again. They used to do the same movement. So if someone is meant to scratch their head, I used to look at them, they scratch their head. Look away, look back at them, they scratch their head again. It's too bad. I have some footage. I don't know where I put it, but I'll get it again for you. I'm pretty sure I could do this again. I can get someone to do the same move over and over again for an hour. Right away they stop doing it. Why? They're afraid. Because that proves that there's something to do with me and the other people that connects us. I don't know what it is, some kind of technology. Maybe they put a microchip in my eye when I got my laser eye surgeries. I don't know. I still can't prove any of that. What I can prove is I could look anywhere within a far distance all the way down at anybody. And I could show you that wherever I look, people will know that I'm looking that way and they'll start moving. I filmed a video for you before where I looked at over there at that store. I look at the entrance all the way, standing there looking at the entrance of that store. You'll see it now, Food Basics. I kept looking at the entrance and people kept on coming out, kept on coming out, kept on coming out. Because they get some kind of a signal. I'm not supposed to look in an area where there's no movement for a long time. Some kind of movement has to happen in every area where I look. And when that doesn't happen, listen. Noise. If they can't get me with movement, they have to get me with noise. So I have to be looking always in areas to see movement. That's the experiment. Because if you keep seeing this all day long, you can't think. You can't concentrate. And right away, look at the amount of cars and trucks and cars coming in front of me to come out of the buildings. So I'm supposed, and taking off violently to stress you out, to hype you out, to elevate your mood. And noise. You've seen it in tons of my videos before. Now they're capitalizing more on the cars than people, because the people is pretty obvious, it's harassment, and less cars than before. Guys, I used to have about, see from here the distance to this lady, about 10 people harassing me, and around the same distance, about 5-6 cars right around me turning in and out. They've stole a lot of my videos. See, she had to touch her mouth. As soon as I looked at her, she had to grab her mouth, the lady in the car, with her hand. So they have to do one movement now. Now, because I exposed them, they're not doing the same movement over and over again. If I'm looking in a certain area and there's 5-6 people there, what they'll do is they'll make each one of them move once, and they're doing a different kind of movement. Scratching their head, moving their legs, taking out the phone from their pockets, you know. So this is, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. It's becoming a tiger. So guys, it's a government experiment that went wrong. It was started in Lebanon in 1975 when I was born. Obviously, I was an orphan. That's the conclusion that I got out of this explanation. Can't get any other explanation out of this. You get these really weird-looking people passing by you and wearing weird clothes and having weird. They put this weird perfume on, that just leaves you sort of in a state of trance. Now I know there's small minor things. People that would, listening to this go, so what? Well, what's that's gonna not get you to do what you need to do on a daily basis? Come on, man. Guys, that's not the point. Honking. The point is that this follows you everywhere you go. The whole day. Now they got someone to honk to someone that knows me, said Sam. But who knows me but their agents? I don't know anybody. I've never had touch with a real human being in my life. Every person I've ever been in touch with was prepped by them. Even my relationships with the women that I've been in. That's the sad part. That makes me almost a cyborg. A government experiment. Listen, now. School buses at 11:30. I don't know what time it is. I think it's 10:30. The bitch starts to talk. Listen. As soon as I look, they turn away. So basically, I can make them move if I want to, back and forth, but they don't do that no more. See, she puts her hands on the thing. Look, just moving. So whatever I'm looking at, this scene of 3 people, one of them has to be moving. One has to be talking. One has to be showing their butt. One has to be doing this. Remember those characteristics that I'm giving you. Because it's the same in every setting that I get to. Movement, noise, remind you of things that will keep you just not, where you need to be. Drugs, sex, food, whatever, anything that will just throws you off pretty much. As a male or female, doesn't matter. Every setting is like that. So they have to create movement. It doesn't matter what I'm seeing. I want you to look at my camera and tell me if I can get to sit in a place and not see movement and hear noise or hear talking. So I run away. Even the little girl is looking at me to move. She sits down. I have to see movement and noise everywhere I go. This is my world. This is the fake world that this evil government agency has put me in. They didn't expect me to wake up. They thought they were competent. They thought they were intelligent. And that's the reason why they're called intelligence agencies, right? But what we realize now is I'm the one who's been brainwashed his whole life, who's never even had touch with the real world, and I'm outsmarting all of them. They can't stop me. What does that say about them? How intelligent are they? They're just molding the prison bars as I move forward, making a little bit less noise to make it look more legal, look right beside me, look. The movement. So as long as I keep seeing movement and stay stressed, and people start to walk on the street in front of me, you guys have seen the little girl moves when I point the camera at her. They have to keep moving every time I look at them. Even the little baby will wake up and cry right now if I don't see anybody but the baby. That's how it is. So keep looking at those things. Keep looking at people move in front of me all day long when I film. Now, I don't like to film much around here because it's not much to film. It's usually mostly downtown, the action, so. I'll film most of the good stuff for you guys downtown, okay? I'll see you soon. So guys, I just called a lawyer. I called a lawyer last night and I just received a call from her. Now, I told her pretty much I didn't tell her the whole story. We don't want to sound like nutcases off the bat. We want to introduce them to it slowly and show them video footage of what's going on around me. The real breaking the law part. Not the brainwash, not this, not that. We don't want to get into that. We want to talk to lawyers about how am I being legally, how are the laws being broken around me? That's it. So all she did is she talked in a really loud voice, really fast, My ear is still ringing. She talked for about a minute. And that's it. And in the end, she said, I don't do that kind of stuff. I go, so what would this be considered under? She goes, I don't know. So you speak to a lawyer and they don't know what your case may be, civil or criminal. I mean, what kind of a lawyer is that? Anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know every single thing that happens with me along my trail today, you're going to know about it. I'm not going to record much. It's a waste of my time. So I'll be in touch. All right. You guys seen it all, done it all. So guys, I also want you to hear how violently the bus drives when I'm on it. The violent driving, all the unnecessary noises. Listen. They get a phone call. You have to hear talking. I have to hear talking. It's part of the daily dose in every setting. There has to be one, whether it's loud or whether it's... So, I want you to concentrate on the bus driving. It's nothing. This is actually, they dropped it down a couple of notches. It used to be just, I couldn't stand in the bus. Every time they take off, the bus just throws you back. Every time they slam on the brakes, you get thrown to the front. So you're being abused not only by the bus driver inside the bus and the people around you. Every setting is supposed to be it's a destructive setting, using the same tactics and same elements to pretty much keep you dismantled and keep your head down. Showing you all the things and making you sense all the sensations that are just irritating to a human being in every form, every fashion. Whether it's noise, whether it's movement, whether it's the way that you get treated, whether it's that energy that they're vibrating to you, the tone of voice, belittling, insulting. Now they've toned down a lot on a lot of these things because they're very noticeable. That's harassment, so let's see what version, what kind of face we're gonna get today and what color we're gonna find it in. So far it's been pretty, considering the circumstances, pretty civil. But then again, they're not capitalizing on people anymore. They're capitalizing on objects because you can't sue objects, It's the people's actions that are the most irritating. So the objects, see now with this, look at the speed, everything, the tensity. You're supposed to get tensed with all that, hyperness and movement around you. And they're capitalizing more on objects now. So they're letting the big truck make the noise, the bus drive like a maniac, whatever, this and that, because they really can't get the people to do it anymore. It's pretty obvious now that it's not only harassment, abuse. In ways where now these small things are not, he's not really breaking the law with these small things, but but they're good to mention, so you can sense where the attacks are coming from, by who, whether it's the institution or it's the people or it's the places that I get to. And the talking message is always on while I'm in the bus. There's always some kind of talking, whether it's by people or whether it's by the inside the actual bus. Anyways, we'll get on the other bus. I'll record for you guys in a bit. So I haven't had a chance to smoke my cigarette. This is the first time both buses came really fast, didn't make me wait. I guess they want to get me downtown really fast. Talking. I don't know, there's not much to prove with what I'm shooting for you, but we gotta make the episodes to show you what I go through, what happens on my trail from beginning to end, and what I see. So you see what I'm surrounded with. What would give this woman an excuse to pace back and forth in front of me 10 times? She'll walk up to the bus driver, ask him a stupid question, then come back here. It gives her an excuse to do that. That's not the point. The point is, tell me if I could ever look in my view all day long and not see people move. Tell me if I could do that. Whichever excuse they're using, their phone, it's always the people in my view. If I aim that way, he'll start moving. Watch.
Next stop, Andrew Crescent. Next stop, Andrew Crescent.
What I have to do to make this guy move, this guy in front of me move, I have to actually block my view. All I have to do is look and concentrate on a certain something and only that thing. If I could see in other areas, other things would move like now. You see? Other things would start moving because we see in 180 degrees our eyes, right? From this side to this side, it's 180 degrees. So within my area, then other people can move. So not the same person can keep on moving and look like an idiot on camera. Because now I can move them all day long if I want to. So when something like this happens, all I have to do is pretty much block my view and look in a certain way, certain area, and then over there in that particular area, people will start moving. Now they're getting a nicer quality of people doing this. The old crew that I had around me was more hardcore. This is a newer crew. They seem like just more gentle people, more, sort of closer to the educated scale. So maybe it's my enemy's way of telling me it doesn't matter the kind of people, I'm gonna get everybody in the city against you. Everybody, real people, normal people, educated people. You have no choice. Your prison bars are gonna be there. You're gonna get thicker and thicker and thicker, and I'm gonna pin everybody in the city against you. That's basically widening your prison by turning everybody against you, not letting you get in touch with one human being. So I don't know, just so you can build a life. Everyone you meet is doing this to you, and is prepped by them to do this to you. Because they know where you are, you know when you leave your house, where you're going, and in every establishment, and on the way they're going to be doing this to you. And as you've noticed, every lawyer that I speak to, they tell me I don't do this kind of law. And the fake coughing keeps going. Well, what kind of law do you do? Oh, I don't know. Well, how could you be a lawyer working in your field, and I tell you this kind of perpetration and crime is being done, and you tell me you don't know? No, the idea is to make a phone call. It's probably not even the lawyer himself talking, most likely 99%, 0.9, more like 100, and creating a loud voice and talking my ears off for about 5 minutes so I can keep going on with this abuse. They're just getting all kinds of people now to do this. This circus on every bus that I get into follows me now. Every bus. It's just amazing.
Next stop, Elmere Road.
The way the buses drive, everything. what you see on your trail. Everybody's moving like a bunch of clowns. That used to be my life when I was, decapitated. And now I wake up, I try to come out of this evil prison. They want to keep me in it because they're psychotic. They're psychopaths. And I'm going to prove it to them that you can't keep me in this prison. Listen, look at how stupid they are. They're on my trail. I'm in the same apartment where I've been all along that's been surveilled. If I get out of there, what are they going to do? Look, everyone's moving. Look. Everyone. Even the old lady. Look. Excuses to move. Excuses to move. Look at them. All of them. Now, if I look this way, I'm blocking them. Watch. This guy's going to start moving. I guarantee you. Keep looking. See? Because I'm only looking that way. I ain't looking anywhere else. So anyways, I've gotten you guys a lot of proof. I don't want to record much anymore. I'm going to relax and just ignore this shit. Because you don't want to look into it too much because it starts to bug you. So I'm going to ignore this shit and I'll just record for you things that are really important downtown.
Next
Doctor, now no. On the, not in the clinic, you know that on Wednesdays he's not here.
Okay,
Oh,
great.
okay. Yeah.
Okay. 8.
Give back my
Okay.
Where?
Yeah.
So I have to get my dose of meaningless talking, paper bag moving, keys shaking, meaningless conversation, and wait here and sit and wait. Everywhere I go, everywhere. It's not about just the waiting and not waiting. It's the fact that I'm imprisoned in this. I'm cut off from real people. And the government's doing to me. A government that has the power to do this in agencies, but it's an illegal operation. It's illegal what they're doing to me. Because they're blocking me off from getting in touch with people that are not prepped to do this to me and waiting for me in certain places to walk in. And as soon as I walk in, they do what they do. So this was preset before I came in here. As soon as I walked in, they started doing the charade. And they have to talk loud, unnecessarily. Scream and talk loud like a bunch of clowns. This is the charade I have to go through every single place I get into, guys. Regardless whether I've been there before or no. Now that they're gone, she's gonna start talking. Loud. See how her voice went up now? Listen. See, I have to hear talking. Meaningless, I have to hear it.
Yeah, okay. All right, okay. I'll be back. Okay? Yeah. Hold on, sir, I have it here.
Now I have to get bothered here because nobody else to bother me and come and stick it right up my back. There you go. So even the people that work in the place, they have to do that to me. That's what the stalking is. When there's no one around, any excuse to clutter your view, that just really bug you. Yeah, thanks. Everywhere I go. So the setting, that's like a movie set. They're sitting there waiting for me. As soon as I go in, they play the script. Every single place. The bus, this place, the hospital, the court. This guy's still waiting with the music loud. So what did I experience now when I got in and came out? It's a movie set, guys. All right? It's a setting. They're on my trail. They know when I come off the bus, when I get into this place, when I go there, every single place I go to. Now that I leave, he leaves with me. For to have a car cut me off as I'm leaving, or tighten me up here to pass by me in this really tight place, to have a car pass by me. But it's designed, the whole setting, it's architected for me to suffer, to get tortured. Not physically, but, and this whole construction charade, guys, everywhere I go there's construction. Not the first time. Right now, let's say for example, I want to travel. I go to a travel agency. I've never been to one. Let's say in this area. I pick up the phone, I call, I show up there. You'll see it normal. Normal, not in the sense that it's normal people. It's still a setting screwed up to do this to you. But it takes time to set up the construction there and all this stuff. So they set these things up in places that I go to regularly. If I don't know, need to fix my car at this mechanic and he needs a week to fix it and I gotta show up there every day to check up on it, for example. What will happen in that place in a week will look like Canada's Wonderland. So this, they've created this here, why? To make an excuse for movement, to make it, see, as soon as I filmed them, look, now they open it. They don't even know how to open it. I don't even know if they're real construction workers. They may be just actors. So their job is to move and make noise as soon as I get here. And look what they did to that. It's actually water. Water's good. It's good looking at water. Not the bright orange in my face all day long, but... So look what they created here. This place, all of it, the tightening of the road. It's because I come to this place every day. As soon as I started coming here, this charade started. They'll find a reason to fix something in that neighborhood. So, they've been doing this to me all along, guys. For years and years and years. Now, a normal human being out there would say, well, damn, man. What are you, blind? Why did you just notice this right now? There you go, guys. So the brainwash kicks in. How could you get somebody to accept all this? How do you get a human being to accept misery in his life, not to say no to it, and not to even realize that it's misery? How? Brainwash. How do you brainwash someone into accepting that? The only way you could do it is from birth. But how do you do that from birth? You have to get your own parents in your own home to treat you the same way that you were meant to be treated outside. It's a movie script written at a small minimal level, and gradually the bricks are being laid on top until it becomes a huge studio like this one, which will tell you how the Truman Show, the idea, was taken and from where. I was born in 1975, guys, and the movie's events before it got produced, it correlates a lot with my life in the 90s. The time it was written, it was delayed, it was rewritten, then it was finally released in 97, 98. It's basically, the real Truman Show is a way to imprison people, a way to torture them, give them a life of slavery, and them not realizing that they're living a life of slavery. You have to do it to them from birth. Because if this is what you experience, this treatment outside, you experience it in your own home from when you're young, by your family members. Let me give you a simpler example. I've said it to you before in other videos. If you experience a red chair, if you see a red chair in every single place that you go to, at your neighbor's house, in the garage, at the hair salon, at the doctor's office, from the time you're born, you're not going to think much of it. You're going to say, okay, that's how it is. Until you get to a certain point, and you wake up and start to ask questions. Why is there a red chair in every single place that I've ever been to? Why? That's how you know that there's something wrong with your environment. It's fake. Any fake environment a person is prone to wake up This is why brainwash doesn't work. It works for a long time, but in the end it fails. We get to a certain point where you can't get brainwashed anymore. You can't stay brainwashed. That's why they introduced the noise elements. Now they've changed my world, the prison bars, they've made them a bit smoother. They've hired a new crew of people that looks a little bit less hardcore than the other, less movie, less jumpy, less rough, with an easier energy to absorb. You could say they changed from putting monsters around me to half human beings in terms of the way they're acting. They're talking, listen. But I have to hear a dose of noise. Dose of noise. Everywhere I go, a dose of noise, a dose of noise. Over there. We just started banging now. As soon as I got here. It's fake. Those are not the real workers. Those are people taking a place of the workers. As soon as I pass by here, when I'm gone, they'll wrap up the stuff and leave. Now, even if it's the real worker, they are changing. They're putting real things and waiting for me to get there. Then they're taking them out. Real things. So, in case I come in and check, oh, wow, this is, real. So, that's what they do. Now I'll get to the next door. Somebody will come out of there, or somebody will make noise there. Same thing that they've done to me all along, but it's just toned down a bit. All right, now I have recorded quite a bit before we get to downtown. Our video is supposed to start downtown, but today I had a reason to, give you guys something else. All right, so I'll be in touch. If anything special comes up, I'll re-record for you. Welcome to the Truman Show, guys. There you go. Right away, as soon as I come out of the mornings, I have to look at ass and a fire truck to blind me. So it's the same setting and a lot of movement. It's the same tactics used in every setting. Depress me, make me look at weird things, things moving towards me, big things, with bright colors. The same elements are used over and over again. A bigger studio set than the other one. It's just more normal looking people. Look at them. Look at them coming at me like a bunch of zombies. I guarantee you there's not a penny in there. It's just for this movie set. Good. Not one penny in that thing. They're getting regular looking people to do this. It's sad what they're getting people to do. It's disgusting almost. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish by this, but it's really sad. Like it ever stopped me before, those things. Anyways, we're looking for something in particular. I think it's the building. No, it's okay. I'll give you one. Hold on. There we go with the distractions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a tiger. Watch it doesn't bite your arm off, man. normal people to do this. It's amazing. Normal looking people, not really screwed up like the other ones. It's a shame. How many people are my prison guards now? It's a shame. I don't know what they did to force them to do. Look at this. Look at this charade. My God. At that age? Wow. So this is the building we're going in. I'm gonna finish my smoke and they're gonna start doing construction here and make noise. So they toned down the volume and they brought in more proper looking people to do this. They're pretty much getting everybody in the city to fucking see who I am. Amazing. Look. What I have to look at in the morning. Guys, this is the 20th one I see today like this. I feel like almost in a strip bar. Amazing. I think they must have threatened most of these people to come into this movie set and be my prisoners. They must have. I mean, they don't look like prison guards, but God, it's just everywhere. I can't get away from it. Let's go see the charade up on this floor now. I don't even know what floor it is. What is this, going down? Oh,
No, it's going up.
up to, I want to take the elevators to go up, high up. Where are the buttons?
Yes.
Plaza level? Oh, we gotta get to plaza level first, thanks. You know they're doing to all our kids what they did to me, right? I want to get to the, I believe they're called, their government office, commissioner or something, something like that, yeah. What floor are they on? 14? Thanks, guys. Have a nice day. I'll try. Hello.
Hi.
So this is for Ontario. Can I file a complaint here?
Is it a privacy complaint with a government agency or is
Yes, it is.
Okay, have you filled out the complaint form or would you like to meet with someone to fill out the form?
Please, I'd like to meet with a human being, preferably if there's one here.
And your name is?
First name's WISSAM.
And the last name is?
H-A-D-D-A-D.
Yes. Okay, please have a seat.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Guys, I think I just, she was a little bit off and hypey, but I think this is probably the first human being I ever talked to in terms of exchanging information. And as little as fucking around as possible. A little bit of hair playing, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I recorded a conversation for you guys on my small camera, so you can listen to it. I'm gonna record everything. But other than that, no, it was a pretty legit conversation back and forth, and I got the information that I needed. It looks like these guys can't do much for me, and I have to stick to the federal government. The privacy commissioner. I have to stick to the federal government. They've got a lot of normal looking people. No, normal, not that the other ones were not normal, but a different class that would be more applicable to the downtown setting. But it's the same junk. Noise, buses, this crap, these U-Haul assholes, everything the same. Just the same disgusting crap, different flavor. So, fire trucks and cops and crap and everywhere you look and turn, and busyness and noise and construction and junk, depression, and it's still on my case. Now, I'm not gonna say much about where we're heading next because they tap my phone, they listen to me, you know that. So far, I mean, I didn't really get nothing out of there. I already filed a complaint to the federal privacy commissioner or something that's called this. They're supposed to, they don't have that much power. I believe her, what she said over there in terms of, but they can, you know, do a recommendation to these intelligence agencies about illegally surveilling someone and illegally sort of stalking them, whatever the case may be. That's another charade. You only see this junk on my trail. You don't see this junk anywhere else. To create busyness in front of you as you get there so people pile up and grab shit, and or to make you hungry so you'll go waste your money and eat. A guy like me who's he could barely move around. So there are certain kind of tactics involved in these on the street offering samples kind of, and the people who are basically working behind them have really strange weird hair, or it's just things to throw you off. The same crap, distractions. So we're still in prison. It's a much smoother one. The bars are much softer, but there's a lot more of them. I think their idea is to keep this one going long term, because they couldn't keep that one long term. It's too intense. This is more of a, you could call a softcore version of what I had before, that they think they can keep it going maybe forever. I don't know what their plan is with this one. They can't keep it forever because They're still using people to do the same thing to me that they did before. So the people that are inside, everyone is inside, isn't really just going about their daily business and waiting for me to pass for them to move their head. Doesn't work that way. It's the same fake bullshit setting. What did they do? Threaten these people to do this? I don't know. Did they tell them to put them in jail if they don't do this? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out here. Why are they making these people do this? I don't know. How? How are they making them do this? They must have forced them. They must have forced them to do this. Or they offer them big bucks. It's really sad. I see, sort of a higher, more, let's not go too far, but a little bit more educated class in terms of their behavior. And doing this, it just looks off. I don't know, maybe they forced them, they overpaid them, I don't know. It's a shame. It's really sad to turn everybody into a clown around me. Even people that don't look like clowns to begin with. But it's a shame, man. How this power is so stubborn into keeping me in this prison as long as possible, and they're still doing this theater, stupid charade everywhere I go to probably one of the smartest people on the planet that could shape up the city and make it 10 times better. That's the reason why they're doing this to me. Because I do have those powers to be influential, for people to love me, for people to like me, for people to feel better about themselves, about their daily activities, about who they are, what they stand for. I do radiate that kind of energy that they're trying to forbid me into injecting into society. Not intentionally, it's something that happens with me automatically because it's my nature. I'm a people's person. I used to love people, now I hate them. Not really, I never hate them, but they're making me do that. They're making me hate the things I used to love. Even people that don't know what they're doing. I used to, just sort of have the ability to grab them and mold them and turn them right. Not because I want to, not because it's the what's the word I'm looking for? Derived from, or with the intention of feeding your ego, or none of that. It's something that I'm naturally good at. It's something that I enjoy doing, and it's something beneficial to your surroundings. There's a reason why you pick someone like me and cocoon him in this hell. Why would you want to do that to someone? There are reasons why you would want to do that to someone. Obviously, he possesses certain characteristics that you don't want him to radiate to society. You want to exclude him from this society, so everywhere he goes, you pin them against him. But that's not the case here. That's not what was done with me. Something completely different was done with me. Certain people were selected. Look, it's so sad, man, to see these normal-looking people stalking. At least the other crew had a more street-like look to them. It suited them to stalk. This crew, it doesn't suit them. It looks off. They look like they're doing something they don't want to do. And the sad shame, this is going to be done to all their kids, what they've done to me. And they don't know that. They don't. Look, listen to this charade. Listen. Same thing. Same thing. I don't know how long they're gonna keep this for, but Another charade to create noise.
Just shut the fuck.
There we go, more noise. They think a dose of noise will change the way I feel. You know, they think all these doses of noise are gonna, you know, just weaken me or making me think any different. Or I don't know why they're still doing them. It's a fucking charade. Excuse my language. Another charade happening as soon as I get here. But I think the idea is from doing this, whatever it is that they're doing is to try to demotivate me from doing what I started doing down here by getting all these people. And it's a way for them to be able to normalize the activities downtown. I don't know. It's still not normal. This is killing people, all this noise, man. Who can handle this? Who can work like this? You know? Businesses will close down. Like this. They're doing all this for me. I cannot believe it.
Forget something?
So I don't know what they're equipping them with for them to be moved when I look at them. I don't know. Most of these people don't look happy doing what they're doing. It's like they don't want to do it. Most, not all. Some of them just pass by and do whatever they need to do in order to get it done. So I always got a need to show me people that are dressed exactly like me to on a daily basis. At least someone has to be wearing the same color jean, almost the same shirt, the same shoes, almost. You know, it's sort of another type of psychological warfare, so you don't feel unique, because I am very unique in the way I think and the way I do things. So they try to ununique you in order for you to, I don't know, lose your self-esteem, your confidence will drop, whatever. Maybe that worked back in the days, but that's another one worthy of mentioning to you guys on camera. I don't know how long they want to do this for. But I'm willing to, live down here between these people and get them to do this to me every day. Everybody. Maybe they have to do their part and do this once a day. I don't know what the idea is. I don't know what the point of this is, but I mean, I really don't. Have they integrated the two together? No, they couldn't. This will affect from the city functioning right. At least these people are more civil in terms of their actions. Like I said, it's always the action, guys. It's got nothing to do with the person. In the end, it's really not much of a difference between the worst one and the best one. There ain't. So it's all about your actions, but I'm still in the same prison. Now I'm just being showcased to more people. I don't know how they have that in them. I really don't. If it's a microchip, I don't know what it is that will alert them to move when I look at them. I called a lot of lawyers yesterday. Only one called me back, and it was this woman with really hypey voice and speaks really fast that put a hole in my ear, and pretty much in the end told me she can't help me. And I told her, well, in my situation, what kind of lawyer should I be looking for? She didn't know. She told me that she didn't know at first. Then she said civil. So, we still get the odd, I don't know. That's everybody. It's amazing what they've done. It's still the same thing like before. It's just a more quiet down, toned down, nicer energy, less noise. I don't know. We're gonna have to find something to do now. We're gonna have to start to get a job and see how things can go over there, because I can't keep wasting time like this. I don't want to waste any more time. So, but I want to know if it's gonna be a job in a fake place. Get it to be fake, I ain't gonna do it. I'm going there to work and do real work with colleagues, not get fucked over and get paced on. And I guess I have to wait till 2 o'clock to go down to the courthouse. Same thing like before, almost every intersection that I get to, I get someone. Same thing, nothing's changed. Can't get to the courthouse right now, it's lunchtime, so I really don't know what to tell you guys other than that. I want to know, I really want to know now what they're equipping these people with in order to be able to move.
There's a fire.
It's an illegal prison, pretty much. It started off as a brainwash experiment to imprison someone in a world of still the same thing. So every person you meet is waiting for you to pass by them. So you look at them so they move. What kind of a life is that? They're told everything about you and how do you live like this? How do you function? What kind of life moving forward do you have in those circumstances? What do you do when you're surrounded with such an entity that's doing this to you? What do you do? If you go and get a job, they'll surround you with the same junk. I've done it before. What do you do? Now they're getting people that, when you look at their faces, you do not suspect them of doing such a thing, that are doing it. Fine. Now, what do you do? How do you get these things off your back? You have to be able to get a lawyer to sue this agency for doing this to you. And if you can't get a lawyer, because every lawyer you call, they call him and tell him not to deal with you, what do you do? The cops won't do anything, they're in on it too. What do? You go to the courthouse, it's fake. There's no real people there. You won't find any real person in the courthouse. It's a bunch of actors, bad actors too. What do you do? So you want to get in touch with the outside world, with somebody influential, somebody that can do something for you. Because within this world, you're being prevented. This huge eye is on you. And if you breathe the wrong way, they would know, and right away they would go block off wherever you're thinking of going. How do you come out of this prison? This maze, it's a maze. That now you're seeing that even people that you did not suspect them to do this to you are doing it to you. Not surprised, but not suspect at the beginning. Now, there's really, for the last couple of months, there's nothing that surprises me, but it's not something that I expected from the beginning, you know? So what do you do now? How do you get this? Dealing with these people, you can't do anything. They're just objects. They're toy soldiers that are using to keep you contained in this prison. The more you pay attention to them, the more you lose your goal. Can't get through to them. You can't do anything here. They're not the ones you should be aiming at. They're just pass-bys in that sense. So what do you do now? Now look what they did here. Look. Downtown is being tailored to me, step by step. Downtown Toronto, amazing. Day by day. As soon as I leave here, all this will stop. What are they doing? What is that guy doing over there? Look, he's just looking up and down and moving. Look, another charade. So if the cop is doing it, when I look at him, he starts moving. Who do you go to? You go to the one that when you look at him, he starts moving? You can't go to that guy. He won't help you. Who do you go to? You call a lawyer, they don't get you to go, they don't get them to call you back. You go to the courthouse, it's all fake. Actors. What you do is you try to survive as long as possible in this prison until you find an opening. That's the battle here. That's the biggest element that you need in order to come out of this prison. The persistence and the resistance to keep taking the shots and keep thinking straight and keep moving forward in order to hopefully somehow, some way you do find an opening and try to ignore all the stupidity that they encircle you with. That's all you can do. So now we're gonna stick to the lawyers and try to get us a lawyer. I should have recorded for you guys the conversation with my small camera with the woman lawyer. Man, if you guys would have listened to it, the way she was talking, she sounded like a, I don't know, a 20-year-old young, good-looking girl who's going out to a nightclub. Just the way she's talking. That did not sound like a lawyer to me. It sounded like the kind of girl who's so infatuated with her beauty that sits in front of the mirror all day long. That's the kind of conversation I had with that lawyer. I can't believe they got all these people to move. The usual garbage trucks, stupid laughs on the right, on the left, annoyances, distractions. Every day bring in new crew every day. Open the door when I get here. Makes noise, shuts the door. I don't know if they even mention them to you guys anymore. I've mentioned them over a zillion times. We got nothing better to do, might as well, record and talk on my phone. That's episode 2, by the way. It should be episode 1000, but let's just say episode 2. Everybody, man. Everybody set up in a stage, taking their turn. We gotta find a way to get them out of this. We're gonna keep pushing. He brought all the big trailers downtown. Crazy. How do we get through? How? I'm gonna call up some lawyers, guys, and some of them said they'll get back to me within 24 to 48 hours. Let's see. I do have the numbers still. Same charade. I want to go inside the center and see what kind of fake people are working in there. The amount of people they're bringing in every day, it's a lot still. Downtown should not have that many people at this time. Not even close. Not even. It's a charade. All these tour buses, charades, more charades. Everyone in there, all I gotta do is look at them, they start moving. don't know, guys. I really don't have much to say now. I'm gonna stop recording and make some phone calls, and we'll go back to our really weird show and see what kind of weird things we can get on camera today. More charade. Look what they did to City Hall. Look at this shit. Look. This is what happens when you want to throw somebody like me off. They turn City Hall into a fucking vegetable market. What a charade. Look at this. Look at this. Who would do such a thing? Who? What kind of a government entity would do? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. What is this? Every day they have to create something stupid to bring all these people here to do their part in abusing an innocent citizen. That's it. That's all this is. To create this unnecessary, dumb, pathetic, illegal perpetration of and pinning all these citizens against one innocent citizen that the whole freaking government doesn't know how to take down properly. What does that say to you? Look. They have to give them a reason to pile up here. They have to give them a reason to babble when they pass by me. I get away from them, keep on following me. I'll go over there now, they'll start talking. I'll go over there, they'll start talking. I'll go over there, they'll start talking. Look at them, look. Look, they're even following me. Look. I want to get away from the talking, they even follow me. Now if I go over there, they'll fucking start talking. I avoided these two way back there. Now I see them around me again. Okay, now they're gonna start talking and moving. Every single one. Look at this charade. Selling fruits and vegetables in front of City Hall to give people an excuse to move around, talk and walk. It's pathetic. What an insult to the city. What is this, a vegetable market or City Hall? Look, oh my God, they just finished the conversation, went in at the same time I'm going in. Wow, am I surprised. There we go, somebody's coming out as I'm coming in. What a surprise. Oh, hi. Thank you. There we go, another charade. Everywhere, another charade. Charade. If I go over there, I get stuck. If I come here, I get stuck. Where am I gonna go? Wheelchair in City Hall. Guys, this is the weird City Hall that I see that nobody sees. The upside down version of City Hall that gets flipped before I get here. Look at the weirdness, the people, what they're doing, the way they're talking, the way they're all moving. It's the clown version of City Hall. It gets prepped before I get here and flipped upside down. Guys, I want you to see how I get gang-stalked inside City Hall. Watch. Look. I'm going to show you how I get gang-stalked in here. Look. Inside City Hall. This is supposed to be a government institution. There's no one here at the desk for information to find out where I can go. Let's just get in there and ask people. Look, watch. I'm gonna go this way. Look. Somebody's gonna come up here. I wanna show you how I get gang stalked inside City Hall. Look, someone's coming out of there now as I'm heading over there. I have to see if I go this way. Up. This way. I'm getting gang stalked inside City Hall. Look. Let's go through where you don't see people. Look, this guy's following me. He's talking loud. I have to hear him. He was standing in the corner, now he's here. And this guy starts talking. So they have them spread out, like 6-7 people around to start talking whenever I get there. And this guy. There's nobody there other than the information that's the one right up front, right?
No, that's information that security has. The security they got down. So those guys are here.
So it's a lot of talking, meaningless, and a lot of moving, unnecessary. This guy over there didn't have to point and tell me they're there all the time and all that shit. This is what you go through to every person that you meet. Every person. Hello. Of course. Got it. Thank you. Stocking inside City Hall by everybody. It's just a stocking center now. It's not City Hall anymore. What a joke, man. All right, let's see here. East Tower, West Tower. Office of the Mayor, City Clerk, Sender, Purchasing. That's press. They don't even want to tell me where it is. They have to prep them up there and switch the people around. I'm too fast for them. So let's see here what we got. How could they not know, man? Second floor, third floor. It's over there. Oh, how you doing, man? It's been a while since I've got cut off by a wheelchair. It's been about half an hour. All right, let's see here. This is frigging Subway. Here we go. Ooh, gang stalking inside City Hall. Oh, nice. Let's see who we can talk to here. All right. Yeah. Where is the, I'm trying to find him, ask me to type in on the, wherever the directory to find out where the human rights office is. It's one of the floors of those two buildings. I can't find it. Just trying to find out where it is over here. There. It was here. I didn't even know how to use it.
It's okay. So, human, do you know who you want to talk to? Or?
No. There. Nope. None of these.
Let's put bars.
They said it was in City Hall when I looked it up. Let's double check here. Let me see where. Gangstock at City Hall. Gangstock at City Hall. Okay, so. Okay, guys, back to the phone here. I should have recorded a while ago. I just got gang stalked by a zillion people. So, there we go. Again, a zillion. All right, where's the fire? Give me some of that noise. So that's the idea, is to fill your head with this noise, but it doesn't do a fucking jack shit. Excuse my language. There's another one, guys. Look, 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 look. Oh my God, what's happening? Oh my God. No, 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 no. Somebody must have, oh, no, 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 no. What a fucking charade. The stupid noise charades, guys, but we took in all that noise. We just relaxed at the courthouse, that's why. I recorded a nice fake court session for you today. You guys gotta listen to it. It's beautiful. And the other camera, and it was so quiet in there, it was amazing, so they had to make up for it. I have to get my dose of blasting noise to my brain in order for me to not be able to think. But I did think. That's why they're pissed. Because it's pretty much human rights, what I gotta stick to here, and agencies, and these places that this guy gave me good advice right now over the phone. I talked to a real human being. It's not easy for me to get in touch with a human being. So, they got pissed over there. They want to clog up my head with noise and pull me back from it. So it ain't gonna work. But anyways, we're almost done the battle. And this is the last stage of, let's see if this guy can help me do anything for me. No, I get 3 dogs now. That's how scared he is. 3 of them, not 1. That's what happens when he gets terrified. He comes out with the dogs. So anyways, we're gonna call them and find out right now. We're gonna hit that area because this is pretty much what is being invaded here. This is against all human rights issues, man. You know, so let's see what we can do out of it. Look at that. They can't, I cannot look at them, so they have to pose right in front of me, stick into my face for me to see. Look, I turn away, I can't turn away. They have to come right into my face. Ooh, nice. Anyways, you know, weirdness doesn't cut it no more. Anyways, guys, so they're trying to deflect me, you know, from all this. I don't know, but we're in a good mood. Let's do this. Let's see what we can get out of it. I'm gonna start making some phone calls and get busy here because I can't waste any more time. So let's see how we can hook this up. All right, and I don't think these guys have the polar one. These guys have the, I'm gonna go get some pop from there and grab something to eat. Let's see what we can do. So they don't want to give me my dose of noise every day and women following me on every corner, and it's pathetic. Anyway, oh yeah. So I don't know if I want to record much for you anymore. We're gonna have to stick to that. I'm gonna have to make some phone calls, guys. I'll be in touch, okay? Bye.
Yeah, for part of the day.
So we've had 4 elements being implemented already. Got the washroom, flushing the toilet, 2 people stocked in, loud conversation, disability, the blind woman that serves me that's standing at the reception and can take her recorder with the phone or recorder with this. Do you know how long it takes approximately?
No, she will, depending on the nature of the matter, she will explain it to you.
Just like to see her, just an idea. 5
I
minutes,
can
half
send
an
her an
hour,
email.
an hour.
Depends how many questions you have, maybe like.
Because in my world, everything is possible. So it could be 2 hours here.
No. She's on her way down, sir.
I appreciate it. Thanks for your help. Thank you. So non-stop noise from the elevators too. You gotta create, and she's got the radio on. You hear that? So you take out the radio, you take out the noise, you take out the, well, let's see, she's here.
This one really is not it's with the regular mail.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to go back for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I normally go back.
So somebody came over and asked about AAA batteries. It's a pretty sophisticated conversation in an office like this one to happen right in front of me, to read a conversation and moving back and forth. Look. I'm gonna record everything for you guys. Everything. It's much more civilized than before, but
The box is still there.
boxes. I have boxes here if you want.
No, it's okay.
Those are
Just
good.
taking the
They're
one
for
that
me
you
to look at. Okay.
want. No,
Thanks.
fine. Thank you.
Yeah. There's got to be objects everywhere I go, boxes, cards, things, filling up the place, making it less nicer to look at. More, you guys don't, you've seen all the other videos. It's basically, there's got to be a phone call. You got to keep talking. I got to keep hearing meaningless conversations over and over and over again, insinuating sometimes, not meaningless. Sex, drugs, negativity, cancer, disease, fighting between couples, fighting between brothers, fighting between friends, mothers and daughters, fathers and sons, or insinuations that this new dad had a new baby to tease me. You guys know the tactics. It's a complete machine of brainwash, and it's a tactical weapon to put someone into a huge depression. I've said it a long time ago, and I won't go back on that. It's the same thing. Basically, your surrounding is designed to really put you in that depression. Every single setting, whether it's the elevator, whether it's here, whether it's the street, whether it's even going to the toilet. The toilet will be prepped in a way to smell really nice for you before you go in, even if the person has to sit there and hold it until you come into the office for him to let it go. They've done that before with me, trust me. I know. Papers on the ground, pee everywhere, or barf, or someone in there is really talking loud on the phone, or using the blower to dry up his hands over and over and over again, making excruciating sound the whole time. And I've talked about it a lot before in all the other videos. This is a nicer, smaller, more civilized version of everything that happened before, that they think they can keep going. I guess, I don't know, they can keep it going for a long time where I can't really prove that I'm being harassed, but you can, because it's the same thing being done all over again. It's just the main element of it is still there. I'm still in prison between fake people. Not as annoying, but they're still fake in terms of who I'm coming here to see. I'm coming here to see a real employee, not a person put in their place to throw me off or to push me away, regardless whether that person is just as rough or easier or louder, or it doesn't matter. They're still in prison. It's just a less torturous prison, less on a lesser degree, less intensity. There we go. She's just coming out right now. I don't see her. That was 5 minutes ago. Back and forth and left. Got her job done. Talked back and forth. Talked a bit. Went back and forth again. Talked some more. Slammed the door. Made some noise out of that. You guys know the tactics. So she got her job done. Now she's gone. Now let's see the second one. It's Tag. Let's see who's next. There we go. More noise from there. Now she's got to back it up. There's nobody else making noise. There we go. Telephone. Chuck, 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 chuck. Weirdness. Weird talking, weird looking things. Weird voice.
She's at lunch right now.
Just weirdness. And I'm still waiting. Playing the waiting game. The reason why to make you wait is for you to take this abuse while you wait. You're not only waiting, you're getting needles. You're waiting and you're getting needled up as you wait. So by the time you meet that person, you don't even feel like talking anymore. Or you can't even remember what you wanted to say. It's a dismantling session. It's a session to get you nicely prepped and weakened to face that particular individual who's there to do the same thing to you. So you don't come in there like a tiger, because I can come off pretty rough sometimes, and chew them up and spit them out in a good way, not necessarily in a illegal or harm them or anything. They don't want that, because it keeps you strong and it keeps them in their place. What they want to do is weaken you slowly from session to another, weakening until you get to your destination nicely toasted and nicely roasted like a chicken, where you could just grab it and it will fall off the bones and everything. That's the whole point of doing this. I've been going through this my whole life. I should know more than anybody else, even more than the people who implemented it on me. So, since there's no one else here to walk back and forth, somebody has to do it in order for you to see things moving back and forth in such a quiet, clean, subtle environment. Listen. You hear that? This is 2 Bloor Street. This is a government office. 2 doors down, tuck, 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 and the elevator nonstop, as if it's the Sheraton Hotel in Beverly Hills or whatever, busiest building, I don't know, somewhere in Madison Square Garden or New York or whatever. So, overall, I'm in a way temporarily thankful for what's happening. Oh, we got a nice cough over there. I haven't heard many strong dry coughs today yet. This is the first good one. Overall, I'm thankful for the setting. It's much nicer than the other one, much easier to take. But I know that nothing comes out of these guys. Whatever they give me that feels good now is probably gonna multiply in terms of keeping me in this prison probably forever. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Good. How can we help you?
I would like to talk to you about where do I begin? Would it be possible to sit down somewhere and tell you what my issue is?
Sure, we can go into this room
I
here.
appreciate it. Thank you very much.
No problem. I'm just gonna grab the chair.
There you go.
Thanks.
Would I be talking to you or to you?
Or
to
both of
both?
us.
Okay.
Yeah. We usually do it together, so.
Okay, so this place is about privacy laws, right? In terms of, now I did send a complaint to the one for Canada, the federal one, I guess.
Okay.
This is provincial,
This
right?
is provincial, yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm not going to get into too much detail here, but overall the idea is what's happening to me right now is I'm basically being imprisoned by covertly, in a very strange way, by, obviously it has to be the intelligence agency that did threaten me on my YouTube channel about 6 months ago. Somebody claimed to work for CSIS,
Okay.
threatened me. And they used my real first name and real last name, so it's not a joke. Somebody
Right.
who obviously
Right.
knew who I was. What's happening with me is that first I'm being surveilled. Everything that I do inside my house, I could, for example, mention that I feel like eating a chocolate bar. 2 minutes later, somebody will knock on my door selling chocolates. As an example,
Yeah,
I do
right.
have a lot of
Yeah.
other proof, video footage, proving my case. This is not just some kind of hallucination.
Yep.
As soon as I leave my house, whoever surrounds me within my building, let's say there's about 10 families or 10 residents that will show up in my face at the elevator, stalk me everywhere I go, talk loud around me, get their kids to cut me off and run in front of me. Almost every establishment that I go to, every door that I go in, people are coming out. On the street, I do have videos. Basically, I'm being stalked, harassed. My privacy is being invaded galore. My internet's tapped, my phone's tapped. Now, there are certain things that I can prove, certain things I can't. What I can prove on video is that I'm being stalked all over the city. Anywhere I go. In any establishment that I get to, I have proof. They're replacing the real people that are putting their own people. It's not the real people that work in those stores.
Right.
So if they do that to someone, you end up in a prison. You're cut off from the real world.
Okay.
Now, if I could prove to you that I can walk into the courthouse on College, and I go inside, I record a fake court session for you, where there's nothing going on in there but a bunch of people just talking meaningless things.
Right.
What would that be? My concern is to be able to, no, it's, to be honest with you, the stalking and all those things are not really bothering me. I want to move forward in my life. I want to be able to get to a place where I can meet real people I can solve my issue with them, whatever it is that I need to do, from buying a coffee to getting a job.
So for our office, we oversee municipal organizations, provincial organizations, so in this context, it sounds like what you're saying. So what we could look at is if you're alleging that one of those organizations, we have to know which one, is collecting, using, or disclosing your information in a way that they shouldn't be allowed to do.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
For the last 29 years since I came to this country, now I do not have proof. I do have certain proof on me now for the last months. The only thing that I can tell you is it would be CSIS because I was threatened by them. I didn't even know who CSIS was.
Right. So I mean, and you've already taken the step to contact the federal privacy commissioner because CSIS doesn't fall under our jurisdiction.
I think I sent a couple of complaints to some agencies. This has to be, this is probably one of them. There were many. Yeah, because the problem is I can't get through to a lawyer. I can't get through. If somebody's doing that to you, if somebody's tapping your phone and knows everything about you, and everybody you're calling, you're not getting that particular person, well, how do you get through to the outside world? How do you get a lawyer? I can make you listen to certain videos where I called an actual lawyer to speak to hire him, and the callback was someone claiming that they are this lawyer, but they're not. It sounds really weird, and it's something that you don't want to just talk about because you have to prove it. People will think you're nuts.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a difficult situation.
It's a prison.
Yeah, and I mean, there are things that you're saying too which could be illegal, and we can't look at those things. I mean, if you think that a criminal act is being committed, then that's a matter that for the police.
Police are in on it with them. They do the same thing to me at the cop station, what they do everywhere else. It's hilarious. It's a charade.
Right.
Like, I woke up to this 10 months ago. I was in a trance for so many years. A lot of work was done on me in order for me to be in that situation. But since I got up and woke up to all this, where do you begin? How do you, legally, I couldn't tell you what they're doing. How they're breaking the laws legally, I couldn't tell you. I don't know anything about that. I'm trying to find out by speaking to a lawyer. I've already called about 10. I haven't been able to get through to any of them.
Right.
I just want to be able to sit down with a lawyer and speak to them. I'm sorry, I know those issues don't concern you guys, but at least I'm trying to explain to you my situation and see where we can take it from here. Now with you guys, what can I do?
So this is the extent of our powers. We don't have a lot of powers for privacy matters. At the end of the day, if you file a complaint with us and say you allege that the Toronto police have inappropriately collected information about you, right? They don't have your consent, it's not for a police matter, you're not sure. We can't say to them, you have to stop doing it. The only thing we can do is make a recommendation that they stop doing it. We can't force them to do anything. So our powers are very limited with regard to privacy and the public sector, unfortunately.
What about CIRC, SIRC? There's supposed to be a committee that watches over those, you don't know about it. Okay, well, then let's, at least if I can get something done here, sure, why not? I know you don't have a
So, I mean, you're gonna have to tell us though, you're gonna have to be able to tell us about something that we can take. So this is how the procedure would work. You would tell us about something that you're concerned about, whether it's a collection, a use, or a disclosure of your information that shouldn't be permitted. and you have to tell us which organization you feel is doing that, and then we will go to them and ask them to explain what's happened.
Okay.
And then once we get a response, then we can decide whether or not we're going to proceed with the matter, look into it further, or if we can't. If sometimes in these situations it's a he said, she said. If there's no evidence, we'll close the file. We won't be able. I'm just trying to be very honest and upfront with you, so you don't come here expecting something that we can't do.
Evidence on my side to.
We need something. We need something. Otherwise, we'll just, if you submit something to us in writing and there's no basis for us to look into it, then we won't look into it.
What could that something, in your opinion, what's the best something that could help me in terms of proving it? In what form? Videos? What do you think? Like, what would work for me to be able to prove that CSIS is monitoring me, collecting information?
We can't look into CSIS.
You're not allowed.
We can't. That's something you have to complain to the federal office. So the Office of the Privacy Commissioner of Canada.
I already have. Okay,
Yeah,
so that's at least I filed a complaint.
So that's in the works, and that seems to be something that you have some concrete evidence for. Otherwise, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you've collected so far to show that your information is being inappropriately used or
Against me in public.
Right. Yeah.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
And if you heard, my story, if you were in my situation, what would you do?
I don't know. I mean, it's tough to know.
Well, it seems like you've taken some steps already with the federal privacy commissioner.
Just a complaint on the internet.
But that would be what I would probably suggest for you, because that's the thing that you said that you had the most proof about.
I sent them my YouTube channel, the address to it, and there's a whole bunch of videos there that are pretty much in every video proving that I'm being, harassed, being followed. They know exactly where I'm going. If I do, I have videos proving that I could search something on the internet today, and then tomorrow when I get there, I will be stalked, and the same things that are being done to me in other places. So there is proof of this entity that's doing this to me in public is actually watching my internet searches. I'll give you an example. This could be taken as a coincidence because it's only one time, but if this happens on several occasions, it's not a coincidence anymore. Mm-hmm. Yesterday I went to City Hall, spoke to somebody. They recommended that I would speak to, I think her name is Jean Yip. She's the MP for Scarborough. I live in Scarborough. Now, I've never heard of this woman before, never. When I got home in mail, I received a flyer from Jean Yip. Now, it's things like that that actually prove that somebody's been watching every single step. This is just a small, minor, it could be a coincidence. We can't really prove anything with this, but I do have a huge collection of things like that on video proving that, and that they were shot the same day. I do actually have to, shoot a TV station live to show the actual time and date that these events have been recorded. And I've collected so much information actually proving that there's somebody watching me, watching my internet searches, my phone calls, everything I do at home, and all these things are being applied to me on my trail or the destinations that I'm going to. It sounds really weird. It's a very, it's hard to pinpoint things in this mad operation, but I guess if the federal can do more for me than what you guys can do, then
I don't know.
There's no point. There would be no point.
Maybe start there. See what they come back with. See if they will look into your matter. And then if you start to notice things where you can actually say, yes, it looks like, for example, someone at the city, you went there. It has to be a person who works for one of these organizations. It can't be a general person. We don't have, if you have a complaint against, you think a person is looking into you, then that is a matter that you'll have to raise with the police, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, it's an entity here.
Yeah,
it's
so
not-
it's that, if you feel like you can nail down somewhere and you can give us an example of something that's happened, I mean, that's something we may be able to take a step on. But as it stands, it doesn't really sound like there's much we could go on. And also, given our very limited powers, there's not much point to us doing a lot of work unless we have something that really shows that something wrong is going on. I know you've explained that something wrong is going on, but it's hard for you to figure out what is going on.
I have to bring you guys something legit proof. Okay, okay. Well, at least I understood what's going on. Hopefully I can. How long do they take usually, these files with the federal when you file complaints? A month, 2, 3?
I'm unfortunately not sure,
You
but,
don't know.
you know, there's nothing saying that you can't follow up with them.
Yeah.
If you have access to the internet, you
Yeah.
can call them.
Okay.
Yeah, they're very good usually about getting they'll at least send you they should send you an acknowledgement fairly quickly. We usually send one out within about 2 weeks. Just to say we got it, or we're looking on it if we have any questions for you.
Okay. Okay, well, great. Thank you very much for the
Yeah,
info.
no
And,
problem.
I'll follow up. Hopefully, if I get something, I will come back.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Thanks.
They told me about a place across the way.
Oh, yeah.
As long as you bring cash, then,
Can't argue with that.
no, you can't. And then there's a place, so it's just along Burn, going towards Yorkville, but then there's another one, and they were like, oh, it's $10. I'm like, $10? Because the one place was closed. And then they're like, no, but we'll give you 16 pieces of sushi. I was like, okay, well, that's a little crazy, but it's, yeah, it seems fair, right?
Yeah, $5?
Yeah, so I hope they've opened up again.
Legislative guest visitors by law, Mr. for public appointments, inquiry, contract pickup. Alright, I really don't know where to begin. That's 12. Come on to the bottom floor. We got off at 12, guys. As you notice, there's no one in there. They leave their shoes over there, look. It's a classic to look at shoes. And there's nobody in there. You just see one or two. And the two people that you can see, they're theirs. Everybody else's side is hidden. now?
later.
Is it going up?
Yeah, it's going up.
Hmm? Guys, I hope I'm still recording. I want you to listen to this. So the second one is A3. Let me just take this one down here. 392A3. And I'll call this guy up in a bit. But first, I want you to listen to this message. So this is who I'm coming up here to call, alright? Human Rights Office, City Hall, alright? Now, what's the number? We want to speak to the manager, Shannon Anthony, right? Now listen to this. Okay, listen. I hope we're still recording here.
The confidential voicemail box of Shannon Anthony, the manager in the Human Rights Office at the City of Toronto. This is a vacation alert. I'm currently out of the office, returning July 15th, 2019. Please leave me a message and I will return your call as soon as I can upon my return to the office. If your matter is urgent...
So, she's on vacation. Aren't we surprised? No, it's summertime. A lot of people do take their vacations summertime. So let's not make much out of this one. Let's not make too much commotion out of it. Even though we know it's possibly tied to us. Let's just call the second number down and see what we get for it. We're up here. There's nobody in front. Nobody showing up here. Let's see what dungeon they're going to take us to talk to us. Even the second number.
Confidential voicemail at City of Toronto Human Office. This voicemail is monitored regularly. If you are an employee of or job applicant to the Toronto Public Service, or if you are a City of Toronto service recipient or a facility user, please leave your name and phone number, and a member of the Human Rights Office team will return your call. For more information or to submit a complaint through our secure online form, you can visit www.
Okay, let's call someone else. 397-5230. Oops. Sorry guys, screw up. First time. There's a first time for everything. 416-397-5230. Okay. How do we buzz here? How do we get in? Emergency exit unlocked by fire alarm. It's off. Everything's closed down in here. Nobody's answering. Nobody working. Do you see what I get? Nice, eh? Okay, let's call Michelle Johnston. (416) Michelle Johnston. 392-4112. 392-4112. You can hear the elevator still making noise. Boom, boom, boom. Hear that? Boom, boom, boom. Just to keep making noises for me.
You've reached the voicemail of Michelle Johnson. I'm not available to take your call right now, but please leave your name and number and I'll return your call as soon as possible. Thank you.
Yes, hello. My name is Wissam, W-I-S-S-A-M. My last name's Haddad, H-A-D-D-A-D. I am currently on the 14th floor west, but I was thinking I could maybe come into your office and speak to somebody there. If you could please call me back at 437-226-9511. I'll be here in the area for a while. Hopefully you guys are open today. Thanks, have a nice day.
If you are satisfied with your message, press 1. Message sent. Thank you for calling.
I hope we're recording this, guys. It's really important stuff to record, but let me double check. Hold on. Okay, guys, I'm recording again just to double check. We're in City Hall here. I'm at the People, Equity, and Human Rights, and I've called all these people from Shannon to Jenny to Michelle, and you can see them here on my phone. I hope I recorded it because sometimes the small camera doesn't record. I've been up here for about 10 minutes now. It looks like there's nobody in the office here. It looks like it's closed. Nobody, not a soul. All I've been hearing for the last 10 minutes is elevator noises, just for them to keep the noise going on for me so I don't relax too much and not hear noise or people moving back and forth in front of me. So I'm trying to get in touch with these people one after the other. As you can see, look at my phone here, the last 4 or 5 number I called. I'm gonna call one of them just to show you what it sounds like, just in case I couldn't record before. They're all away from their offices or they're on vacation.
The voicemail box of Shannon Anthony, the manager in the Human Rights Office at the City of Toronto. This is a vacation alert. I'm currently out of the office, returning July 15th, 2019. Please leave.
Okay, so now let's not make a fuss out of this. A lot of people take vacation summertime, but I tried to call the others and there's no one here. So I left a message to one of them. I think it was Rebecca. No, it was Michelle Johnston. I called Jenny Naiman, and her phone was kind of weird. It was just like calling a fax machine. It was making these weird noises. So we can get through to that one. But let's find out what's going on. Let's find out what the dealio. Let's see. Let's take it a step at a time, guys. We're in City Hall. I'm trying to move forward. There's been a lot of changes done, a lot of upgrades and downgrades to the system that I was living before. So let's see what it takes us. I'm not going to talk much now. The 14th floor, there's nobody there. It's closed.
14th?
All of it. It's the human rights. There's no one there. Is that something normal? Who should I ask to see why there's nobody there?
I'm not sure. If you go to the information desk over there,
Where is
see
it?
if there's
Because at the main one, there's nobody on it. There's nobody in
right
it.
there.
Where?
Right there in the middle. If there's nobody there, you can go to the security right
That's
next
what I
door.
did before. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Okay. Stop. Little kids talking in City Hall. What a country. What a country. What a country. Oh, we got objects down here, colors. Everybody's moving over there. That's nice. It's on the 14th floor. It's fully closed. There's nobody in there. I tried to call even some of the people that were on the list. It's on the 14th. They only had the, if I wanted to dial the boardroom or something, I didn't bother with that, but I called the numbers for all the people that were supposed to work there, about 6 of them. Nobody. The office is not even, the lights aren't even on. I can't get in, you know how it is. So I gotta wait to be buzzed in. 14 West.
Do you have a contact maybe?
I checked them out on the internet and I want to come and speak to somebody in there. I came in, I called, nothing. Some of them are on vacation, the others aren't just not answering. So, but usually they're open on a daily basis, right? Okay, because I gotta see.
What you could also try to do is call 311 here and the conference and tell them to speak to somebody at the time. You're at City Hall now.
Okay, all right.
Maybe they'll be able to direct you.
311 on one of these phones there?
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Since you're here, right?
All right. Of course you are. Guys, they're experiencing a high volume of calls. Aren't we surprised? Yes, hello. I'm at City Hall and I'm trying to get into the Equity Human Rights Office. It's on the 14th floor west. And for some reason the whole office is closed. There's nobody there and I tried to call some of the phone numbers on the list. Nobody's answering, some are on vacation, some have their phones off. Yeah, it's on the 14th floor, 14 West, I believe. Why not? Don't these people work in that office on a daily basis? What's the point of having an office? That's not good enough. That's not good enough. The reason why I'm coming down here because there's a psycho intelligence agency that's preventing me from meeting anybody real. So when I come down here in person, because I want to meet them in person, not have some schmuck talk to me over the phone pretending it's them. Now, I've been going through this problem, and a lot of people know about it now. It's all over the city, unfortunately. And I really need contact with people that I know who I'm speaking with. So over the phone and over the internet ain't gonna cut it anymore. I'd have to find a way. Well, with more, I don't have a problem doing that.
Yes, hi, I was just calling from somebody called.
First name's Wissam, Wissam. Last name's Haddad.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you. The first name again, what?
Wissam. The last name is Haddad. Seven.